Good morning. It is so exciting to join you once again here in the beginning of the week. It might be frigid outside for some of us, but I know that God just warms our heart with all His love and grace and His mercy, and just confirming with us all the time that we are His children. So we continue with our series this week called Living Change Through Forgiveness, and our topic today is boundaries. So the process of forgiveness also teaches us some life skills, and these need to be applied because it doesn't help if we do not learn from our experiences in life. As God comes and restores us with His amazing healing power inside of us, we learn to trust and be vulnerable again with people even after we have been hurt. This, however, does not necessarily mean that things will return to the way it was. We learn to set boundaries, which is a healthy and very necessary way of doing things in a world that is broken and remains broken. Often we find ourselves reluctant to forgive because we have the perspective that when we forgive, we need to accept people's bad behavior in the future, or that we must sacrifice ourselves by putting ourselves in harm's way just to be able to be the humble one. This is not the case, because by not having boundaries in place, we are actually giving people permission to misbehave and treat us badly because we don't deserve better. So putting healthy boundaries in place, we are actually declaring to others that we are worthy to be loved and respected. What needs to be understood very clearly, though, is that one needs to know what the difference is between boundaries and putting up walls. Boundaries is something that gives others rules by which they are to interact with us, whereas walls keep everyone out and at a distance. A very lonely place to be. As children of God, it is very important, it is of utmost importance that we find the right balance between being assertive and vulnerable. Boundaries is something so necessary in keeping that which is sacred to us safe. We often become someone we are not and don't even like when we choose either not to forgive or when we choose to build walls. So, if we are around someone where we become something that we do not like, where that's when we need to understand, we need to put a time limit, just a limited time where we have to spend with this person. If a person is making you feel anything less than what God made you to be, we are to be assertive and stand up for ourselves and put the necessary boundaries in place. There is a saying that we are to love our enemies, but that doesn't mean we have to have lunch with them. Having healthy boundaries is when we make changes, when we need to be around people who are prone to be hurtful. This might be because we so want these people to also know Jesus and be changed by His amazing love that we put ourselves in these situations sometimes. It is important to know that even though God chooses to use us, He doesn't need us to save them. That is His job, the work of the Holy Spirit. We plant the seeds, which is good, and we act in a way Christians should. God does the rest of the work. The fact is, God is already pursuing their hearts, and we need to remember that. And we know that God doesn't give up on anyone. If it is not helpful to be around someone like that who is hurtful, love them from a distance, but remember to keep praying for them. Then there are cases where the boundaries are not external, but internal. There are times, and I don't think there's anybody that hasn't done this before, that we say terrible things about ourselves. Things that we might never dare to think of saying to someone else, even an enemy. You might think that this is very far-fetched, but what about comments or thoughts like, "I'm such an idiot," or "I look awful today"? This could impact your feelings of self-worth over time, or even impact your confidence for that day. These are times that we need to recognize the lies that we too are speaking, and rather speak over biblical truth over our lives. That when we are tempted to do this, that we do it, rather speak out of and remember what God thinks about us. God sees us and all of his creation as his masterpiece, and we must do the same, including ourselves. So during this week, think about the hurt you are working on to forgive, and then ask God to help you to consider the boundaries you need to put into place. Again, into the future of those who will hurt you as well as yourself. Putting that reminder in your life, please God, help me not to speak bad about myself either. These boundaries could include spending less time with those who are hurtful and letting them know it is not okay to speak harshly at you. And also changing the way you think and speak about yourself is important this week. Only God can help us to set these balanced, healthy boundaries that we need to put in our lives. So let us consider always bringing those sort of things to God and ask him to help us to discern. Come, let us pray. Heavenly Father, what an amazing just piece of fact to know that you are busy working on the healing within us. Dear Lord, with your amazing love, you just embrace us in our times of hurt and difficulties. Dear Lord, but thank you for teaching us to forgive, teaching us how to even pray for our enemies. Dear Lord, you did it right to the end. And then as you came from we were victorious over death, dear Lord, you came and showed how you continue to serve with no hatred or bitterness. Dear Lord, thank you for teaching us this lesson. Help us now to set the boundaries that we need to, dear Lord, and to see ourselves as worthy, as masterpieces. Dear Lord, as everybody else around us is your masterpiece. Dear Lord, help us to treat others and ourselves in the same way. And dear Lord, and allow us to put the boundaries for others to be put into place as well, to know that who they are speaking to is also one of God's masterpieces. Dear Lord, and it is not okay to speak harshly. So dear Lord, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your healing. Help us to discern in this week to come. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Have a fabulous week and keep warm. And may God bless you in the week to come.